Hey guys, so in this video, I am going to be showing you how to edit video using nothing but your phone. Regardless of whether you've captured the footage on a camera or a phone or whatever, so long as you've got that footage on the phone itself, we can edit that. Now, in this video, I'm using an Android, but the same app is available on in the Apple Play Store. It's called Quik. I think it's Quik from GoPro. It's called Quik, and this app will allow you to edit video. I've already installed it. Once you've installed it, you just got to open up the footage. Now, let's say you caught a bunch of footage, whether it was something at a sporting event, a family event, or whatnot, and you just want to create a simple highlight reel. That's what I'm going to show you first. So once the app is open, this is the interface, right? All you got to do is first click on Studio or tap Studio, create and edit. Once you're there, then it'll basically show you whatever footage is on your phone. From there, all you got to do is scroll over to the footage that you want. In this case, let's look at the rolling footage here. So we've got some rolling footage right here, and it'll tell you that it selected that. I've got some rolling footage here, got some rolling footage here, I got some more rolling footage over here. And these are the 4 clips that I've shot, and I want to simply edit that. So from here, hit let's go, and it's going to start importing all of that footage. Once the footage is imported, that's when you'll be able to edit. Give it a minute. It takes a moment. Once all the footage is imported, you're going to see the GoPro do its thing. Now, the first thing that I would advise that you go ahead and do is go to basically the format, right? Decide on what is the formatting that you want the footage or the video to be. Do you want it to be widescreen 16:9? Do you want it to be 1:1 for like Instagram, even 3:4 for Instagram, or 9:16, depending on how you shot the footage? In my case, I shot all the footage, widescreen. So I'm going to edit that in the 16:9 mode. So once you've done that, what you need to do then is go back to the timeline. And what you can do here is there's a bunch of things that you can adjust. First thing that you want to do is, one thing I'd like to do is just get rid of the GoPro logo and just press disable, right? That way your GoPro doesn't show up on the screen. The next thing I do is go ahead and edit the timeline. In my case, right, you can edit the text right here. You can call this, you can call it whatever you want. You can call it rolling footage, right? Let's see here, footage. That's one option. I typically don't like to include any kind of text title. This is what it ends up showing up as. And the footage, actually, the title actually shows up different in different ways. So if I hit done, right, the title is done. I can now go to themes. I can pick out different templates. Each of these is a different style of edit, right? So if I press play, which was what the first one is memory, or you can go to travel. It'll tell you exactly what that looks like. Give it a moment to load. Boom, rolling footage. You can go to glitch. There's a whole bunch of different titles. So just pick the one that you like most. I think there's one called let's see, action. Here we go. If you press action, what kind of footage? What does that look like? Rolling footage, done, boom. Okay, now what you want to do is, first thing that I do is I simply say no music. That makes editing easier. You can add the music or soundtrack or whatever you want later, but first let's begin with turning it off. And now let's go back to the timeline, right? And each one of these, you want to make sure that the audio is appropriately where you want it to be. So if you're editing a highlight, I would suggest make sure that the audio is just off, because you don't want any of the audio necessarily in there. So how do you do that? You make sure you hit the footage as you did, and then you click on volume and you click off. And you do this for each single one. Go to volume, hit off. Yeah, that one's already off. Go to volume here. Let's see where to go. Yeah. Is this not footage? Yeah. Oh, that's actually a picture. I imported a photo. So let me just go ahead and delete that. And if you ever want to remove a clip, that's all you got to do. And then from here, go over volume, and that's already off. Great. Now what we can do is we can go to, let's say, let's hit done. Now we can go to music and you can kind of select the track. There's a whole bunch of different, like GoPro provides different tracks. The thing that you just want to be careful of is making sure that the audio that you use, if you're going to upload it to YouTube, for example, there might be some copyright stuff that YouTube will be like, all right, this is going to be monetized for whoever the creator is. If you choose a GoPro original, that's probably not going to happen. But one of the things that you do have the option to do is, let's see here. If you go to music, right, and you go scroll over, and there's usually an option for your music. So if you've downloaded an audio file from a service such as, say, Storyblocks or whatnot, you can just go ahead and import that audio. But for the purposes of what we're doing here, I'm just going to go ahead and, let's see, just pick one that works here. Right now the audio is muted. So let's see if I were to go ahead and, there we go. So this is what the audio sounds like. That's cool. Let's go ahead and keep that. So let's go ahead and pause. I'll put back do not disturb mode on again, just so that the audio from the phone is not interfering with the video. But now I know what the audio is. Now that I've figured out exactly what I want, I can now choose how long I want the video to be. So now I can just go ahead and choose how long I want the video to be. And at this point, what I would suggest is, if you want, it depends on where you want to upload it to. If you want to upload it to Instagram, obviously you would pick the Instagram time, what's best for Instagram. Then they also give a suggested ending, just in terms of how the program detects, I guess, movement in this regard. Or if you want a good music ending, you can pick any one of those, or you just want it to be as long as possible, you can do that too. So let's assume you want to upload something for Instagram, right, which is what a highlight typically is for. If you want to upload something for YouTube, I would just go with the best ending. And the best thing about this is that you can always go back and re-export for different formats. So if you want to export for Instagram, in fact, you can go to Instagram, you can go back to the format, change it to 1:1, and then from there, go back to the timeline. And then you can, once you're in the timeline, now you can either just let the app decide where to cut, because they already have their own templates and whatnot. Or you can go in and tell it, hey, you know what? I like these particular segments, so go ahead and make sure you use that. The way you do that is as follows. So you hit the edit, and then from here, you're going to see something called highlight, right? So first of all, if you want to see what the program is automatically selecting, you just hit trim, right? And then you'll notice it'll showcase automatically what it's selecting. Then there's manual, which you just play back the entire thing as is if you want to do that. Or you just go to highlight, and obviously we didn't select any highlights. So let's just go back to auto for now, and then go to highlight. And then from here, you can select you can find a position here where the action is hot. And so we can just kind of pick that. So I'm just kind of scrolling forward to where there might be a little bit action. Boom. You know what? I want to capture some of that over here. I can skip forward. Boom, I want to capture some of that. If I skip forward, let's see, wherever else there might be a little bit more action. This right here is about to maybe get tapped. I want some of that action, right? And then something towards the end, perhaps, where they're shaking hands. Let's see, I want some of that. And done. Press OK. Now, if we go to trim, you'll notice that the automatic stuff selected content from the areas that you've highlighted. So you just press check mark, OK. And you can do the same thing for all the other ones. So go back to highlight. This is the easiest, simplest way to export and find whatever you're looking for. So highlight here. What else? Move forward, looking for some action. Highlight here, right? Move forward, highlight here. And let's see, keep going, highlight here. What else we got? And highlight here, and this, okay, done. And then from here, let's go to trim, or rather not trim, but highlight. Find whatever footage looks good, boom. And right now I'm just gonna go ahead and do random just for the sake of time, but you get the idea. Find the parts of the segment of the clips that you like, and you just tell it to go. And then from here, you can just kind of, again, make sure so once you got all your edits done, you can you can add text on top of the stuff. But I mean, if you're going for a highlight, it doesn't really matter. You can add filters, you can crop the frame. But again, for simplicity's sake, keep the footage as it is. You hit done, and then you go to length, and you'll see there's different. There's still, I mean, again, if you want to adjust the length, I say keep it at Instagram length for now, and then press save. Now, what you're doing is you're saving your edit, not the video itself. So I have rolling footage here. Now what I want to do is not the three dot, but the arrow. I say save to phone. Now this is where you get to change out the export quality and stuff. So from here, again, this is all in terms of what you want to do. I would personally go for the highest possible quality. So that's what I would do. Now you'll notice how the file sizes change. So you're going to need to take into consideration how much space you have on your phone. Usually a good habit that I maintain with the Google is in terms of the most frequent time is like once a week, dump the footage off of my phone so I can create more space to make more videos at least once a month, right? So this way there's enough space. Now I have a lot of storage space here. I have like, I think 500 gigabytes of footage, of space on the phone. In addition to that, I have Google, where I can backs up on Google, about 2 terabytes. So space is not really a problem. So that's why I'll always go for the maximum quality. And the footage itself I recorded is in 4K. So if I want to export to 4K, this is a huge perk. If you shot 4K, you can export 4K to get the best possible image quality. If size, or rather space on your phone is a consideration, then choose appropriately. Now, if you record to 1080p, obviously the file sizes will be reflective of that. So I'm just going to choose 4K. In terms of size, I typically choose H.264. Because H.264 is the most compatible file format. So if I share that with someone, they'll for sure be able to play it back. Whereas HEVC, although it's a smaller size and more efficient, not every device is able to play that back. So, and let me go for high quality. Now, I just enabled everything to the max. 4K, high quality, H.264, and now suddenly it's 519 megabytes. So you know what, let me go ahead for the sake of, let's keep it H.264. Again, up to you. In terms of, I'm just showing you what the options are. Just pick whatever is most appropriate to you. And then press continue. And it will save, it'll start saving the footage as appropriately. Now, how long does it take to save a minute-long video or maybe a 2-minute long video? It depends. It's already, I would say it would take about, for every minute, probably take a minute, right? And so right now we're already at 30%. I think 30 seconds has gone by. So let's just cut to it being finished. Now, if you wanted to share it to any kind of social platforms, whether it's YouTube or Instagram and whatnot, you can just select it. In this case, if I want to upload to YouTube, if you could do that, I usually just go ahead and skip that, and I'll just go straight into whatever the program is, and I'll upload it there. So that's basically it. This is how you edit a highlight video using Quik on GoPro for whether it be a family function, event, or what have you. If you want to capture the stuff, share it with anyone and everyone, this is the way to do it. There's another video you can take a look out for. It'll probably be linked up over here on if you want to be able to edit any kind of vlog using using your phone while also using the GoPro Quik app and exporting into 4K. Again, doesn't require a lot of skill. The app is free and you'll be able to export and stuff to 4K. So make sure you look out for that video.